Hey everybody, thank you for watching Nibbles and Flicks. I'm your host, Jeff Reed. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. And today's video, we're going to be talking about the movie Sinners. Sinners is directed by Ryan Coogler. It's starring Michael B. Jordan, Miles Caton, Jack O'Connor, and Delroy Lindo. Trying to leave their troubled lives behind, the twin brothers Stack and Smoke return to their hometown to start over again, only to discover that even a greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. So if you haven't watched our videos before, we break it down the review in 3 segments. We do the good, the bad, and the final verdict. I'm going to start something new today, so we're going to have the verdict as kind of like a score, and it's going to be based on like bowls of snacks. So I will put a video up how I'm going to do the score ranking, but hey, let's get into it. I'm so excited to talk about this film. One of the things I absolutely enjoy about this film is the story building, the world building that Ryan Coogler actually puts us into this world in the 1930s. And it's basically following these two twins, Stack and Smoke, played by Michael B. Jordan. Like I said in the introduction, they're basically trying to get away from whatever was going on in Chicago with their life of crime and trying to basically start over again in Mississippi. And they basically run into their cousin Sammy, who's played by Miles Caton, who is a brand new actor. I did not know this is his first time ever being in a film or being in anything, and we'll get to him in a little bit. But I love how Coogler actually built this world. He actually puts you in this world. You believe this world is real, and it's to the point where you're loving everything that he's doing with the character development of the twins, of Sammy. Basically, the whole entire town. He's basically piecing everything together, piece by piece, and kind of like trying to gel every character into one, to where we see them later on in the film where they have to basically try to survive of the evil that's going on in their town. Just everything that he just built, like the cinematography that he did, just how everything he laid out was basically just very enjoyable, and it was to a point where you just got lost and you kind of forget exactly why you were here watching this movie. You know there's a vampire movie, but in the first half of the film, there's basically no vampires at all, and you're just enjoying the world that he's actually creating and building. And that's probably one of the best things about this film, that he built all of this up so to the point where it gets to the second half of the film, you have so much deep involvement. You care about these characters. You want to see where they go, and you're basically fully invested in this film. And he does an amazing job just building this whole world, making you just immerse into it and just enjoy everything that was going on in the film. One of the things I actually love was the music, and how Ryan Coogler kind of integrated the music into this film. He used music as a way to actually tell the story, how to push the story along, and also make very good music to where it's very enjoyable to hear too. It's basically focusing more on the blues, and that's something that was kind of deep into me, because I had my grandfather, who is a huge blues person, who just recently passed away, is a huge, like I said, he's a huge blues guy. And just to hear the type of music and him actually playing the piano, and actually seeing some characters playing the piano the same exact way that he used to play, just brought back memories, and it made me feel like, you know, Ryan Coogler really did his homework. He understood where these characters from. You understand, you know, how they are, how they grew up, how they're living life day to day, and it was just basically a love letter to the South at that time. And I fully enjoyed the music, because it just, like I said before, it just transforms you into somewhere else. And there's a scene in this movie where he uses, and they kind of explain this like in the introduction of the film, where they tell you that sometimes there's a person who has the capabilities of bringing the past, the present, the future all together in music, and try to bring all that together. And they actually show that in this film, and that was probably one of the most beautiful shots I've seen in a film in a long time. And actually how he immersed all these different cultures, all these different like music elements into one exact scene, and it was just a one beautiful one shot scene that was just absolutely captivating. And I absolutely loved every second of it because it showed the past of how we came from. It showed the present of that time, and also showed the future where he showed 80s music, he showed 90s music, 2000 music. He just showed like everything. He kind of combined all that together, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful picture, beautiful art, seeing that on a big screen. And to me, I think that's what makes this film great, that how he used the world building to get you fully invested with these characters, and how he used sort of certain things when it comes to certain music, cinematography, just powerful images, and that's what makes this movie absolutely captivating and so enjoyable to watch. Michael B. Jordan was absolutely amazing in this film, playing Smoke and Stack. I have to say that he did an amazing job separating the two, making you believe that these are two separate people, even though they're twins. And also with the cinematography and the special effects, how they actually show them on screen at the same time. That was one thing I was kind of worried about. I was like, how are they going to do this? Because usually what they do when they got twins in a movie played by that same character, they will do like certain shots where you see the back of the head of the other twin and stuff like that. But no, they actually had a lot of scenes where they were actually on the screen together. And however they did that, it was a massive job that what they did with the visual effects with that. And like I said, Michael B. Jordan made it very believable that he is two different people, and they play two separate guys. Smoke is the more serious one, and Stack is the one that's kind of crazy and take risk, and he just made it very believable when it came to playing these two characters, and he made the movie even more fun to watch. Miles Canton, I don't know what to say about him. This was his first ever movie, and when you're watching this film, you'd be like, "Oh, this guy probably acting somewhere. He's probably on Broadway. No, this is first time acting anything," and he was absolutely amazing. Like, I know he was known for his singing, and he went and learned to play the guitar because he was playing the guitar in this film. And he did a great job of that. But the acting ability of Miles Canton is just absolutely phenomenal, especially for a first timer. If you expect to see some kind of weakness, some things that you just can't really portray on camera, because this is his first time actually acting, he had no flaws in this film. He was basically the heart of the film. And to have Ryan Coogler put all that on him, and he took the ball and ran, and he did a phenomenal performance, is just, this tells you what we can expect to see later on from Miles Canton. And I can't wait to see more of him in other films, and hopefully he gets more opportunities to play different types of characters. I felt he played Sammy Moore very well in this film. And the music that he did, the singing was great. Everything he was doing in this film was just basically captivating, and you just wanted to see more of him in this film. And I think that was, like I said, is the highlight of the film, that he's the heart of the film. He pushes the story along. He's the main reason why we're doing the story, and he does a great job. And I hope to see more of him singing and also acting in the future. Delroy Lindo, I just feel like he just doesn't give enough accolades for what he commands on the screen. And this film, he was absolutely amazing. He's actually playing like a comic relief and also like a mentor to Sammy in this film. But every time he's on screen, he absolutely steals the show, and he just takes full advantage of everything he can do in the time that he has screen time. And it was just adorable watching him, and adorable showing how he was the mentor for Sammy, helping him out, teaching him along, and also being that comic relief. And I just hope that one day Delroy Lindo will get the accolades he needs. Hopefully he can win more awards, and he get more accolades of being a great actor, and people know that how great he is. But I just wish that we can just give him more props that he definitely deserves. Second half of the film is when the vampires were introduced in the film, and this is actually when the film gets even better. And Jack O'Connell is playing the lead vampire in this film, named Merrick, and I have to say he played Remick very, very well, to the point where I felt like the point of him is the whole existence was a different way to look at vampires. It was more based on peace. It's more based on, we're getting discriminated as well. We're looked upon as bad as you do. We should all come together and try to create peace, worldwide peace for everybody, even though everybody would be a vampire at that time. But just the understanding like where he was coming from, and making it more sympathetic, and you actually like, what? I see where you're going, but I don't like how you're doing it. But I understand where you come and go, and what you're trying to accomplish here, trying to have world peace. I also like the fact that Ryan Coogler had the vampires have their own music as well, and their songs were good as well as well too, to the point where they were singing uplifting music, saying that we will come together, we will be coming along, we will keep moving forward, blah blah blah. And I was like, wow, this is really a great way to look at this. Yes, there are villains of this film. However, they're looking for the same exact thing as the people in Mississippi were looking for, and that was being treated the same, getting rid of discrimination. Just give me a chance to live life and show you what I can do, and let me prosper as much as possible. And I absolutely love that, because it gives you conflict of the vampires. Yes, it's not the best way to do things, taking over the world, turn everybody to a vampire. However, it shows that they have some kind of heart and thoughtful ways of thinking how life should be too. And I like that. Now, the horror in this film is very good. Ryan Coogler does a great job with the jump scares. He does a really good job building tension, great job showing suspense, showing how people are, being attacked and becoming vampires. And I think that what he was doing here, and he said this in an interview, that he was making a love letter to all cinema, and you can see this in this film. He incorporated so many things. He did world building, he did story development for this time period. He brought in horror, he brought in drama, thriller. He did all these different genres in this movie, and he knocked them out the park for each one. And I think that is probably the most difficult thing for anyone to do when you're bringing all this stuff that's going on. You got these stories, you got all these subplots, you got all these kind of genres all in one film, and he blends it in like absolutely perfect, to where I just couldn't believe what I was watching. I was like, somewhere it's going to fall, because this is too much going on in one film. He did not do that. He stayed focused on everything. So whatever was going on for that scene, it was building tension for the horror, or bringing more drama to the brothers, or whatever's going on at that time. He focused on that scene 100% all the way, to the point where he was able to blend all those genres in together to make it the perfect art. And that's all you can say as a movie theater while you're watching a movie, and is hoping that you're enjoying your time. He actually thought about making the best art that he can, so everyone can enjoy it. And that's what I like about this film. This film is just absolutely, I love it, basically, because it does everything that a director should be doing when they're actually thinking about each entire scene and building a story together, and also build these different genres as well to bring it in and bring it all home and make it work. He did a great job. The only bad that I can say about this film is some shots of this film, I can tell that was only for IMAX. So it was shot in IMAX camera for IMAX theater. And what I mean by that, I noticed some grindiness a little bit, but it may not even hit your eyes. Hit my eyes only because I play with cameras, I look at resolutions, I change it, so I can understand a little bit of the resolution when it comes to going through the different formats. It may not even hit you. Like, I was talking to some people that watched the movie with me, and they didn't notice. But for me, I noticed it, and it didn't take me out the film at all. Like I said, this is basically a nitpick thing. It didn't bother the film at all. I enjoyed this movie 100% all the way through, and I had no issues with it. It was just something that I noticed, and I was wondering if anyone else noticed. So if you really good at looking at resolution, understand resolution, and seeing the difference between IMAX shot quality compared to a regular, you may see the difference. Like I said, it's not going to bother you that much. It's real quick. It is like, oh, okay, this whole shot right here is actually IMAX, and it goes back to the regular format. But other than that, that's the only thing that I just did not dislike about this film, and that's pretty much it for that. So this is going to be the new thing I'm going to be doing now when it comes to scoring system for the film. So right now it's empty. That means the movie was trash, but this movie's not. So basically, the scoring system is going to be how much full is the bowl of snacks. And I have to say that this movie doesn't even deserve a bowl. It deserves a whole bag of snacks. And I got this at CinemaCon, where they give you stuff. And here's all the goodies in this in his bag. So this movie is not a full bowl; it's a whole bag of snacks. This movie is fantastic. It's probably one of the best things, and I have to say, this right now in 2025, this is the best movie of the year. I highly recommend to go watch this film. You will get everything you want in a film. If you like different genres, if you like horror, you like tense, you like drama, you like thriller, you like suspense, you love musicals, you love all that stuff, this is the movie for you. It hits every element, every genre that's in like movies today, and it does it to a point where it is absolutely enjoyable. It's so fun to watch, and I'm gonna watch it over and over again. And it's just something that I wish a lot of people would go see. Support this film, make this one of the best films of the year, because it definitely deserves it. And I'm gonna eat my snacks. This is some Sour Pouch candies, and I'm gonna eat the whole bag because, like I said before, this movie deserves it. So thank you for watching Nibbles and Flicks. I'm your host, Jeff Reed. Stay tuned to the next video. I will be doing a review for The Accountant 2. I saw it last week. And sorry for not being able to throw out this review sooner. Got a little busy with family with Easter and going back to Buffalo home for some stuff. So thank you for your patience. And I'll see you next video. Take care. Goodbye.